Hello and welcome to It's Tomorrow News, and this is Hena Talati. Residents in the parts of Sydney's south have been ordered to evacuate their homes on Thursday with severe storms across the eastern part of New South Wales prompted flood warnings. State emergency services in NSW ordered residents in low-lying parts of the Woronora and Bonnet Bay in Sydney's south to evacuate the area by 11:30 a.m. on Thursday in anticipation of worsening rain and flash flooding. Residents in Chipping Norton near Liverpool were also ordered to evacuate some parts of the suburb by 3 p.m. local time. Separately, residents in Picton on the outskirts of the city's southwest were warned to prepare for an evacuation order to be issued as a result of rising waters in the nearby Stone Quarry Creek. Camden residents were also warned to prepare to evacuate some parts of the suburb. A man swept away by the floodwaters in the city's northwest was rescued by the emergency crews, media reported, while footage on the social media showed vehicles struggling to cross waterlogged streets, fallen trees, and debris floating in the rivers. Residents of the nursing home were evacuated overnight as emergency crews urged residents of Sydney's 5 million people to avoid unnecessary travel and brace for the possible evacuation orders. Overflow from the fuel pit at the site owned by the oil refinery Ample in Sydney's south caused oil to mix with the floodwaters, but emergency crews said that the spill has been contained and that there was no risk of danger in the area. Sydney has received 1,226.8 millimeters of the rain so far this year, more than its average annual rainfall of 1,213 millimeters. The tourist hotspot of Bondi recorded around 170 millimeters over 24 hours period. Sydney has now surpassed its average annual rainfall in just over 3 months of 2022. The State Emergency Service warned Sydney residents to stay off the roads, with the fallen trees and minor flooding obstructing roads in the areas of the northern beaches. A man who was swept away by the floodwater in the suburb of the Epping was rescued by the State Emergency Service on Thursday morning. By 1 p.m. local time on Thursday, the SES had conducted 25 flood rescues and responded to more than 680 requests for the assistance in past 24 hours. The Bureau of Meteorology issued a severe weather warning just before 5 a.m., predicting rainfall of between 60 millimeters and 100 millimeters would fall over the wide stretch of the already southern state, including Sydney, the Illawarra, the South Coast, the Central and Southern Tablelands, and parts of the Hunter. On the coast, rainfall could reach up to 140 millimeters, and the Bureau of Meteorology said. A flash flooding warning was issued for the coastal parts of the South Coast Illawarra, metropolitan Sydney and southern Hunter region, extending into the southern and central tablelands in the afternoon. Flood warnings were also issued for the Bega, Batmans Bay, Nowra, Goulburn, Wollongong, Sydney, Katoomba and Gosford. The state has hit by the repeated flooding in recent months, with the northern rivers area devastated by 2 deluges within weeks and Sydney drenched in its wettest March on record. There are 12 flood warnings in the place across the state on Thursday, mostly in the catchments that are already saturated from more than a month of heavy rainfall. 3 intense weather systems in 6 weeks have been pounded eastern Australia, with several parts of the northern New South Wales and southeast Queensland clocking record rains, and Sydney registering its wettest March on record. Climate change is also widely believed to be contributing to the severe weather, which has raised questions about how prepared Australia is. Several towns across the northern New South Wales are still battling to clear the towns of the debris after 2 separate devastating floods in March, but the latest weather event has smashed the state's central and southern coast. That's all for now. For more news updates, stay tuned with us. It's Tomorrow News. For more global weather updates like this, subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates.